for some very important, or should I say, trending news. According to some experts, a very popular media platform known as TikTok has struck again. In the past, it has come up with several different food trends. However, experts say this has been the biggest trend yet, with the trend showing up on multiple other social media platforms. Is this a problem? They're not sure. Apparently, the trend is using a tortilla, cutting a little slit in it, putting 4 different kinds of food in there, folding it up, and eating it like a sandwich. Experts are concerned about how far influencers will take this trend. Seeing as it hasn't died out yet, back to you, Messy Vegan Baker. Thank you, weather news lady person. But welcome back to Messy Vegan Baker. I'm Christina, and if you couldn't tell by that little intro there, today we're going to be making vegan cupcakes. Just kidding. Got you there. Such a trickster. For real, today we are actually going to be doing a TikTok trend, which it started there and it's just growing and spreading, and now it's everywhere. So here we are. So I figured, why not take a little break from my experimenting and trying out all the different kinds of butters and eggs that there are that are vegan, and why not do a trend? Except we're gonna level it up. Oh yeah. But yeah, so today we're going to be doing the fun tortilla TikTok trend. If you haven't seen it, I feel like you live under a rock. No offense, but I live under a rock, and I've seen it, so I feel like everyone should have seen it. But in case you didn't know, maybe I'll see if I can put like a little clip here or something. But you take a tortilla, you cut you cut like a little slit, and I don't know how to explain that. And then you put little fillings, and then you fold it so it's like a little triangle tortilla sandwich thing, which is pretty cool. So I figured, why not jump on the trend and put my own twist on it. So today we're going to be making vegan crepes. That one's for real this time. So we're going to be making crepes because I've always wanted to make vegan crepes. I had them once when I was a kid and they were so good. And I figured, why not make this trend except put an interesting twist on it? I realize that they are supposed to be rolled, and I apologize to the French. I'm kind of, maybe they're not really crepes. They're not les crepes. They're like crepes from America. So yeah, I think I've babbled more than enough today. Without further ado, let's get baking. So I have gone ahead and made the crepe batter ahead of time because they say it's best if you make the batter, and then let it sit for at least 30 minutes, if not overnight. So I did that. Go me. I'm actually ahead of things today, kind of. And then I want to make potentially a few different crepe ideas. I haven't fully mapped them out yet, but we'll get to that. To begin, I'm using a blender. You can also just whisk this by hand. Just know this has to be super smooth and silky, so a blender is honestly just easier because then you don't work the dough as much, and like boom, it's done. So with that in mind, I put in some granulated sugar, 2 tablespoons, and then I put in a cup of flour, all-purpose flour, and then I put in about 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt, just a little bitty hand amount. You know, you just kind of measure that out yourself. And then I put in, so I was trying to use up some plant-based milks that I had, or the oat milk, and I only had like just about a cup of it, so then I just filled the rest with almond milk. I think that's okay. I measured out 2 eggs worth of aquafaba, so 1 egg is about 3 tablespoons, so I did 6 tablespoons of aquafaba, and then I added the melted butter. I used Earth Balance, and melt it and then let it sit and cool down for a little bit. You don't have to worry about it cooking the eggs like regular crepes, but you also don't want it to be super hot. And then I put that in there, and then I just blended it up, and it literally took like 30 seconds, if that, and it was all blended and smooth. Make sure it is completely smooth and there are no lumps. Otherwise, run it again or whisk it or do whatever. And then I put it in a bowl and I set it in the fridge until today. So I set it in the fridge overnight. You can set it in the fridge for about 30 minutes or an hour. The longer it rests, apparently the better it is, because the gluten has time to like relax and get moist. So just a pro tip, that took forever. Okay, so then I also made this chocolate spread. I'm not the biggest fan of it. It's kind of grainy, so I will tell you how I made it, but it won't be on my blog just because I did, and I don't like it. But this is from Miyoko's, I forget her last name, Miyoko's cookbook that I just got, except I used almonds because I don't like hazelnuts, but I did 2 cups of almonds. I roasted them at 300 degrees for about 15 minutes, and then I pulled them out. You're also going to take 3 tablespoons of coconut oil and 4 ounces of dark chocolate. I used Trader Joe's, and you just melt that until it's a nice smooth consistency, and then set that aside. Then I put in a 1/3 cup of sugar into a food processor, and then I put the almonds in there, and I blitzed them up until they start to get, you let it run until it starts to kind of clump together, because that's how you know it's breaking down enough and there's oil that's finally being released. And then once that's finally blended enough, pureed, I don't know, then you can add in the chocolate and the cocoa powder. I used Hershey's cocoa powder. You're supposed to do Dutch processed cocoa powder or whatever, but I don't have that. That's expensive. So I just did a 1/4 cup plus 2 tablespoons of that. And then I ended up adding another 1/3 cup of sugar because it was not sweet enough. And then I just let that run until it was smoothish. Then I just put it in a jar and put it in the fridge. I guess you're supposed to let it sit in the fridge or on the counter for a little bit to help it thicken up. It is a nice thick texture. It's just very grainy, and I'm not sure if part of that's because of the almonds or the sugar. Like maybe I should have pulverized the sugar first. I don't know. But that is my 2 cents on that. That brings us to here, finally. So what I'm going to do is attempt to make these. So I'll talk you through it after I do it, just in case something pops up, I guess. So that took like an hour and a half to cook them, I think. It is time consuming to make crepes, I will just warn you now. So if you want to do it, I recommend making sure you have lots of time. So yeah, maybe do it on like a cold, snowy day like it is today. Then you don't mind being inside watching it fall. So pretty. So I have my, crepes here. They're pretty good. I think my biggest issue is just getting them evenly distributed and not having like these crunchy, bubbly edges. So I'm not entirely sure how to fix that yet, but I will get there. If you have any tips about that, please let me know. I would love to hear what you guys do to make sure that doesn't happen, even if they're not vegan. I would like to know, because yeah, there's a way to do it. I just haven't figured it out. But overall, they turned out really well. They're super thin. They have browned on one side for most of them, which didn't happen last time, so that's exciting. And yeah, so I say it's a success. So now I'm going to do, I don't know, I haven't thought this through, but I guess I'll do like 2 different sandwich wrap things. So, un momento. Okay, don't mind the camera here. Going to do the little cut thing. Have a nice little slit. So yeah, you want a non-stick pan. You can do like an 8, 10, or 12-inch pan. I think I said this, but I did a 10-inch and I recommend doing that. So that would be a 1/4 cup of batter about. And then, yeah, so the biggest thing is you want it to heat up, and then you take either oil or I used Earth Balance butter. You don't need very much of it. You take a little bit and you spread it out evenly onto the pan, and then you pour your batter. And I figured, well, I tried. I don't know if it worked better, but as I was pouring, I was trying to move the pan in a circle so that it would distribute as evenly and as quickly as possible to try to avoid these bubbles that I clearly did not avoid successfully. And then you just let it cook for, it depends, basically until the top is dry. Like you can run your finger along the top and it doesn't stick. And when you see the edges begin to brown, and then you can flip it. So for me, that took about anywhere from like 2 to 3 minutes. I'm not sure if I needed to increase the temperature or decrease it. So I kind of tried both, and I don't know. I'm still working that bit out. But yeah, then you just let it cook until it's brown, and then you flip it, and it cooks within like 30 seconds-ish. And then you can put it on a plate and cover it with a towel, or you can put it in the oven and have the oven on at like 200 degrees just to keep it warm. that's how you make those. Guess how far I've gotten on this. So I have bananas. I'm going to use this nut butter because I bought this at Trader Joe's because it's vegan and I got excited about that. And then I didn't know what to put it on. So I figured this is perfect. I'm making the rules today. So I say we get to do nut butter on 2 of these and then bananas on this. Cute. Okay, now for the fun part. And she sticks the landing. Woo! Ooh, that's so cute. All right, now the next one. Maybe I'll do 3 for aesthetics. See, like this one has a lot of holes. Let's see if I have, this one's better. Less holes, kind of brown. Yeah, like a lot of these are actually pretty good. And you do want them to be soft and pliable, so that's good. That is a bonus. Hello. Also, if your first one doesn't turn out, like mine didn't, do not panic. That is actually very common. No matter how many times you make crepes, your first one usually doesn't turn out. Why, you ask? I don't know. It's annoying, I know. But, okay, this one looks pretty good. It has some nice browning. So we shall just snoop, snoop. I'm going to finish making these, and then I'll be back, because I know editing me will hate me if I leave this camera on and just babble, because it's too much to go through, so. Okay, so now we're all done. I ended up doing 3. I mean, obviously, if I was creative and had people to eat these, I could make way more, but no, it's too much. So this is my take on the tortilla sandwich thing. I think mine's cooler, kind of-ish. Depends on what you want. You know, like tortilla sandwich is like super convenient and nice to have, because you just take it out and boom, it's a convenient little sandwich. But I wanted to hop on this trend because hashtag trend follower, and I wanted to make it my own because we cool. I will have the link to this recipe down below, so go check it out. And I guess I should tell you, so I ended up doing, let's see, the fanciest one yet, the banana chocolate peanut butter one, and then I have the raspberry chocolate one, and then I have this banana nut butter one. So aesthetic. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know down in the comments what you want me to make next, / any trends you want me to hop on or try. I'm not sure when I'll film the other butters and stuff because I do want to continue that, but it's just a lot. And while it's very fun and interesting and hopefully you guys are interested, it's gonna be more of like a spread out thing because I have too many cookies and I still have to make cakes and all that stuff. So yeah, hang in there with me. What kind of combination would you make with these crepes? I'm curious. If you have not, you should hit that subscribe button and that like button because you haven't heard that 500 million times. So do it. If you are old to this channel and if you have been watching my videos and like and comment and all that fun stuff, thank you. I really appreciate it. It's fun getting to talk to you guys and hearing some of your expertise and opinions and ideas, and yeah, it's fun. My take on the new TikTok trend, TikTok trend. So thank you. We'll say it again. It's okay. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys learned something and or were entertained, and I will see all of you lovely humans next time. Bye. What am I saying? I don't know. We're doing great. Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna be funny, I promise. Okay. Authorities say no. We're doing expert. Oh, okay. How do I end this? Will you be hit with the next trend? What is that? What next trend? What am I saying? I don't know. Will this trend continue? And Name the movie. Okay, I need to focus. I was getting somewhere. And now, we switch. Cute little bit. Not to toot my own horn or anything, but toot toot. Why am I like this? Oh wait, how do I say who I am? The world has to know. How did I do this in my head? See, in my head it was like super clever and super well put together. Then I try to do it in real life, and guess what happens? This. Take 537. I have, no, that's not what I wanted either. One of those will be good, hopefully. Yeah, no. I think that's it. Oh yeah, no, okay. I don't know, there's no more to that. Oh look, a hair. Okay. Where was I? Shoot. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. I feel like I say that 500 times because I get distracted. Where does my brain go? I don't know.